So he's just getting in there with a very fine point, huh?
你是单纯把它用那个撬下来？
就是加热，把那个两边的锡加热之后，然后用那个烙铁把它撬起来就好了。
I have a chair for you if you want to sit.
I may at some point. Right now I'm good, thank you. What temperature is this running? Do you know?
什么温度？
温度它这个是不需要温度，但是正常温度是330到350。
330摄氏度吗？
对，我不知道那个美国这边是多少。
Let me see. The temperature is 330
Celsius?
Yes.
Okay.
The temperature might vary based on your type of iron, the size of your tip.
I notice he's using a Weller, and I'm very Weller.
Yeah.
I don't like using anything else. I mean, I can, but so you just kind of get the iron underneath or next to the pixel?
Yeah, so your pixel has leads on each side, 2 on each side. So you can try to heat up both leads and pry up.
Wow. That sounds like that's going to take some practice.
Yes.
And is he going to put in new pixels, or is he?
Yeah.
So pixels, if you have spares, you can use spares. If you have a module that's unrepairable, you can use it as a donor.
Yes.
Okay.
Just have to be careful not to damage the pixels while you're removing them.
So it's actually in this case, it's actually the pixel itself that has gone out, because
Yeah.
we know it was.
It might have been hit, like damaged, physically damaged. Sometimes it'll crack or.
它这个310是中国的，不是美国的。美国的那个应该是不止300多，美国这边应该是。
对，他们说了摄氏度。
嗯。
That is some tiny work. So now he's just tinning the contact pads.
就把灯撬下来之后，要把那个所有的焊点全部要重新加锡。
Okay.
I've got a picture of the solder, but this is there's no, it's not a rosin core solder, it's a very straight, clean solder.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it's just standard 60/40.
While he's doing that, I'm going to jump ahead. How are you getting that perfectly in place? Is there a trick to getting the pixel exactly where it needs to be?
You can do it visually just with tweezers. Sometimes just wetting the solder will help align it.
It'll kind of fall into place.
Yeah, like I know when he does hot air work, they pretty much just fall into place.
And there's 2 contacts on each side?
Yep.
You don't end up with it bridging too often?
If you're careful, no.
That's one of the tricks. Just small amount of solder and.
Yeah, if you get a bridge, just clean the tip off and touch it again. Usually it'll wick up a little bit.
他们是只买了我们2.5和3.9产品吧？
你说 technical element。
不是，就这个客户，是不是只买了我们2.5？
So you only have our 2.5 and 3.9 stuff?
I think so.
Okay. 应该是的。
这就是那个2.5的那个灯珠。
这新的吗？
对。
These are the new pixels of 2.5, so he's gonna put this back to the module.
Could those be purchased from you guys, or should we just be grabbing from donor panels?
Some customer they always like purchase pixel from us. And also soldering paper. I mean.
Yeah, solder PCB paper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Good lord. It almost looks like he's just rubbing the tip across both leads. Is that?
I've never really looked so closely at his technique.
So 4 leads, RGB, right? And ground.
Just try to get a more detailed look at the pixel later so you can figure out your orientation.
Yeah, I guess it depends on, you gotta put it in the right direction, don't you?
I'll try to write down like a schematic for you, which lead is which color, so if you've got an issue where maybe one of your solder pads is damaged or ripped off, you'll know which one is which color.
Okay.
So you can jump it or use PCB paper.
That is amazing.
先是第一步的话是先把灯装上去之后，只是装了一边的锡，然后这边的话开始补另外一边锡。
Okay, so when he put a pixel on, it's only one side of, what is that, standard? The material he's using.
Solder?
Yes. Is it solder? I'm not sure.
He's
So,
soldering one side and then
so he's doing one side at first, and then make sure it's attached on it, then do the other side.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing one side to secure it in place and then
Yeah.
going back.
To
And,
make sure it doesn't move.
yeah, and then you can, if it's a little crooked, you can.
And it's
touch it
lined
to
up.
fix it.
how, when you heat up one side, how likely are you to unsolder the other side?
I don't.
It's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad. They're far enough apart where it's.
它这有一个是开路了，需要费线的，你给他讲一下。
不知道怎么解释，什么意思？你说再具
就是
体一点。
开路了，就是中间断线了，需要费线。
哦，就是 connection 断了是吧？
对，它那个灯的那个就是通皮掉了，焊盘掉了。比如说这个掉焊盘的需要费线，我不知道他应该是理解这一块的。
So sometimes they need to do the wiring under the pixel because the connection between different pixels is damaged by maybe a logistic or when they install the thing. So it is kind of complicated. 你可以给他展示一下飞线吗？
Oh, he's repairing one of those now. Where does he get the little wire to for that repair?
这些铜线是我们自己的吗？
那个 Home Depot 的或者是那个都有卖的。
Home Depot?
？It looks like a small wiring inside a cable. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The jumper wire.
Yeah, jumper wire.
It's like I'm not sure which one he's using, but you can use like same stuff you use on a motor winding, have a coating on it,
Oh, okay.
and you could burn the coating off of one end, or you can just use thin copper wire.
You see how he did.
这个断了，这个断了，我看一个两个，还有4个断线的。
Okay. You just figure out how many need to like jump wiring. So there's 4 that without any signal. So I need to do it for them right now. 要调整温度是吗？
这个是风枪弄的，吹风枪。
OK。What is that?
Hot air, hot air.
Oh, just hot air.
Eugene?
Like you already between units, these aren't like the most accurate things ever.
Yeah.
You don't want to go too hot, you want this color to fix it.
So he's basically just reflowing the solder. He's just kind of pushing down on the pixel a little bit. How durable is the circuit board? Like, let me put it this way: let's say I'm doing this process myself right here. How am I going to screw that up?
You're gonna damage the pixel before you damage the board.
Okay.
You'll melt the pixel probably.
不行。这个模子不行。
什么问题？
它这一片之前是大面积受潮了。你看这一块儿。
Okay.
不是灯的问题，是一个
So
是
there
板
is
子的问题。
also, from what he said, there's like water damage on this module.
Water damage?
Yes, on that corner. So it's not just pixel.
Okay.
所以这个是修不了的。
对。
So these type of question like problem is kind of unrepairable.
Okay.
It's also a common problem. So.
Mm.
只有一个灯吗？
对。
Okay, there's
就这一个。
Trickier being in the middle.
哎，也是另外一个灯。
I think that one is a Brompton frame. Sometimes they have to be power cycled for the correct color calibration to show up.
Oh. When you say power cycle, it's just
它那个是程序的问题，不是那个灯的问题。应该讲。
So is there some problem in software, right? It's not the pixel.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
你看它这个是这样的，然后我把它拿起来，再放上去的话，
that one's all
它等一下它
done,
它就会是那种七彩的。
He's actually just holding them. Oh, well, now he's gonna put it down. These are about power cycling. It's as simple as just pulling the power and putting it back in.
Yep. You guys have Nova Star panels, or are they Bronson?
这就是正常的。
I don't know.
Hmm.
It's all better? How did he know the other one had water damage? Just because it still wasn't working correctly, or was there some other?
OK，你就上一个板子是怎么判断它是
因为我
受潮？
就是它本来是我涂上的那几个灯，我把那几个灯修好之后，旁边灯又都坏了，然后
就旁边的本来没坏的都坏了。
它本身应该就是快接近坏了，然后一加热的话，我用风枪给它加热，一加热它全部都坏了嘛。然后它就是相当于灯里面已经受潮了。
Okay, so after he repaired the pixels and heating, like after the heating process, the other pixels around that area started to show up like some problems.
Oh,
So he
okay.
figured out it has like some depth issue before.
就
Okay.
我只需要用风枪给它加热一下，我就知道是灯的问题还是
Okay,
板子
so
的问题
is。the method to figure this out is you need to heat it using the heat gun, right? Yeah, and running some heat air on it, and you can figure out if it's a pixel damage or it's some water issue.
Okay.
嗯。